and welcome to my channel. My name is Kaylin. Today we will be working through your shoulders, your hips, and your hamstrings. It will be a 40-minute flow, all levels. Listen to your body and we'll get started. You'll start in a child's pose. To keep your knees wider than your hips, toes together, let your arms start to walk out like you were taking your child's pose, and if it's okay to start off this way, you're gonna walk them out further enough where you can bend your elbows and then prayer the hands behind your head. And then crawl your elbows out and bring your elbows a little closer toward your head so they're not too wide. So you should feel like a stretch down from the elbow up to the armpit, like a little tricep stretch, maybe the top of the shoulder. The head can start to soften. The hands are just kind of resting. And then your hips are pressing back to the heels. You might feel like a little side stretch, a little back stretch, whatever you kind of feel here. Just start to breathe into it. Start to settle into your child's pose, maybe with these funky arms. If this doesn't feel nice, just relax your arms down by your ears. Let's take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale, release, let it go. We'll do it one more time. Big breath in. Exhale, release, let it go. Keeping your elbows where they are, just start to straighten your arms back out toward the top of the mat. Walk your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders, about as wide as the mat, and lift up to your fingertips. Then press your chest down, your head down. Maybe start to sway the hips out while keeping your arms long, moving from side to side. And take one more inhale and one more exhale. Let's press the palms down, gaze forward, come into a tabletop, hands and knees all fours. Readjust your knees, readjust your hands. Start with just a little sway to get into the center, side, side, forward, back. And let's move through our cat-cows. Inhale, drop the belly, open up your heart, lift your chest. Exhale, round out, press into your palms, gaze under. Same thing. Inhale, heart comes through, tuck your toes, lift your chest up. Exhale, round out, relax your toes and hug under. One more like that, tuck your toes. Inhale, drop the chest, open up your heart. Exhale, relax your toes, round out, widen through the back. Inhale, neutral spine. Just take a few sways now side to side. When your hips go left, you're going to gaze to the left. And when your hips go right, you're going to gaze to the right. So you're kind of just like wagging your tail and watching you do it side to side. Okay, nice and easy. Pause here. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Take a twist. We'll thread it all the way through. Right shoulder, right cheek down to the mat. All right, lower your back. Welcome back. Press your toenails down. Open them from your palm. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. So it's still early, still getting warmed up. If it feels okay, reach your left arm up. Reach it back to your tailbone, and then kind of open up your left shoulder as well. Taking one inhale, one exhale. Release your left hand back by your face. Push down, reach your right arm back up toward the sky. Unwind. Release both hands down. Similar feeling here. Inhale, drop the belly, open up your heart. Walk your hands forward, but keep your hips up high to the sky. So getting into the chest, the armpits, all together. Forehead might come down, your arms are still long. Take another inhale, another exhale. Inhale, gaze forward, come all the way down onto your belly and transition to a sphinx pose. So forearms out, elbows out, palms pressed, chest starts to lift up. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Stay in your sphinx pose. You're going to gaze over the right shoulder. Going to see that right side like we did in the sway of the hips. Center it out. Gaze over your left. Stretch out the neck. Inhale to the center. Exhale, lower down. Press your palms. Come back to tabletop. Hands and knees, all fours. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Take your twist and open. Thread it through. Left shoulder, left cheek down onto the mat. So starting to warm up the second side here. You might reach your right arm up and reach for your tailbone. And then peeling open the right side as well. Press down into the toenails. Keep your hips as stacked as possible. Take one more breath. One more exhale. Right hand comes back by your face. Push down, reach your left arm all the way to the sky. And then release your hands down. Inhale, heart comes through, gaze goes up, open up your chest. Walk your hands all the way forward. Last one like this. Press open from your chest. Maybe tuck your toes and then press into your toes as you stretch it down. Take one more out. Inhale, slither all the way onto your belly. Baby cobra, hands by your sides, elbows on top of the wrists. Inhale, baby cobra. Glue the feet, draw the navel in, open up your chest. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes, shift back through a child's pose. Kind of keep those toes tucked. And then your down dog, you'll bump your hips up toward the sky. Starting to find this first down dog. Feel free to pedal out the legs, shake it out, sway it out, whatever you need just to get into the backs. And then bend your right knee, press your left heel down. You might gaze underneath the left armpit. It's a little twist and you'll feel that whole left side. Switch it out, bend the left knee, press your right heel down and gaze over the right. Then you're gonna walk your dog all the way to the top of your mat. We're coming forward right away today. Inhale, lengthen out your spine halfway. Exhale, dive it forward. You can keep your feet hip distance for this first one. Inhale, halfway, lengthen. Exhale, dive it forward. Bend your left knee, left hand down, right arm up toward the sky. Start to take the same type of twist we did on the knees. Right arm is gonna reach back towards your tailbone. And then squeeze your right elbow back. Mine is kind of facing the camera there. Reach your right arm to the sky. Gaze down. Right arm is gonna slide underneath your left arm. Bend your knees, grab opposite shoulders. Roll your way all the way up to stand so you're coming up tall. Open up your elbows in your chest. Exhale, bend your knees and hug your elbows in towards your belly. Keep your knees bent, just lift your chest up. So you're kind of in like this weird chair pose with crossed arms. Maybe you take a really, really early eagle wrap. Sit down a little early. Sit down a little lower, not early. This one, go for it. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Unwind, reach your arms up toward the sky. Take a big breath in. Exhale, wide forward fold. Take it all the way down. Inhale, lengthen out your spine halfway. Exhale, place your hands down. Step your left foot back to a lunge. So you're just starting to set up this nice runner's lunge. Lift up from your heart and your chest. Bend your left knee, just hover down, and then pick the knee up. Again, little hover, so you're using a tiny bit of quad. Stretch it up. Last time, hover, and then lift. Let's bring it down to the floor. Untuck your toes, reach your arms up toward the sky. So powering through the legs, shoulders soften, fingers reach. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. One more in, and one more out. Hands are just gonna land around the right foot. So if you need fingertips or anything underneath the hands, use them. But I want you to start to let your hips dip. So you start to feel the stretch. Jaw is soft, head is soft. Take last breath in, last breath out. Start to shift your hips on top of the left knee. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Right leg is gonna slide back behind you through a three-legged tabletop. Dial your toes down, hugging from your belly. Press your left hand in line with your left knee. Reach your right arm up to the sky. So you're pressing into the shin to start to reach the right arm up. Opening up, squeeze the shoulder blades, reach out of the top fingertips. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Gaze down, right hand to the floor. Tuck your left toes. Try to keep your right leg in the sky, air and sky for you. Reach it up to the sky now, three-legged down dog. Bend the right knee, let your right hip open. Let's keep your shoulders super, super square. Then re-lengthen the leg. Draw your knee into your nose, shift forward. Step your right foot back in between your hands. I know it's a lot. Step forward, step back, step forward, step back. Drop your left knee back down. Hook your thumbs, reach your arms up. So it should feel a little bit more juicy. Shoulders open, chest open. Hands go down to the floor. Tuck your left toe, step to the top of the mat. Feet can be hip distance. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, lengthen out your spine. Bend the right knee, right hand down, left arm up. Start to take your twists. You can always use your fingertips or your block if you have one. Bend your left arm, reach it back towards your tailbone. And you're squeezing the left elbow behind you. So mine's going toward the wall behind me. Left elbow will go back up toward the sky, arm up. Gaze down, we sweep it underneath the right arm. Bend both knees, grab your shoulders. Roll your way all the way up. Inhale, lift your elbows up toward the sky. Exhale, elbows in towards your belly and bend your knees like you're folding over. Lift just your elbows, but keep your knees bent so we're back in that chair type leg. You really wrap toward your shoulder blades. Maybe you take an early eagle wrap, but sit down low. Take another inhale. Take another exhale. Inhale, rise, stand all the way up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold all the way. Inhale, lengthen out your spine. Bend your knees, step your right foot back to a lunge. So hands around the foot, chest is forward, leg is powering into the mat. Right knee is gonna bend to a hover, so use your quad, not just your arms. Lift up, so you're light on your hands. Again, bend, hover. Press, lift. Last one, hover, lift. Drop it all the way down to the floor. Untuck your toes. Reach your arms up toward the sky. So starting to get into those hips. Soften down. Keep your left toes forward. Lift up out of the low back. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. One more in. Exhale, hands down to the floor. So shift your weight so you kind of start to soften it over and you start to get a little deeper into the hips. Head can relax. Arms can be on either side of the foot. Just breathing into the side here. And then slowly bring your hips back on top of the right knee. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders and sweep your left leg back through a three-legged tabletop. Power through the arms, squeezing from the navel. Start to pivot onto the right hand. Reach your left arm up. Try to stay in one straight line for this balance. Early balance, press into the right shin, open up from your chest. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Gaze down, left hand to the floor. Square it back off. Tuck your toes, right toes, left leg goes up. Back, three-legged down dog. Bend the knee, let the hip open. Get into that side here. Re-lengthen the leg, knee to your nose, shift forward. Same left foot steps in between your hands. Drop the back knee down, untuck your toes, hook your other thumb on top to reach your arms up to the sky. Take one breath in. Exhale, hands come down. Tuck your right toes, pick your right knee up, step to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand all the way up, reach up to the sky. Hands to your heart, exhale, bring it down. All right, let's start to move through this. Bring your feet to touch, roll your shoulders down, reach your arms up, take a big breath in. Soft knees as you forward fold all the way down. Inhale, lengthen out your spine halfway. Exhale, hands come down. Come back to plank position, however you want to get back there. So this is actually our first plank. Shoulders stack, navel draws in, elbows are kind of soft. So you're gazing forward. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. One more in. Lower back down to the belly. Last one to the belly here. Untuck your toes. Inhale, baby or medium-sized cobra. Squeezing in from the elbows, opening up from the collarbones. Exhale, lower down. Press your palms, tuck your toes. Come back to plank, down dog, or just down dog. Either way is fine. Take one inhale and one exhale. Right leg goes up to the sky. Keep it long, flex your toes to face down. Knee to your nose, shift forward. Step your right foot in between your hands. We're coming up to a high lunge. Power through the legs, reach your arms up toward the sky. So starting to lift your way up. Stack your knee, squeeze from your belly. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. One more in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold right away over. Inhale, lengthen out your spine halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank position. Halfway lower chaturanga if you're ready for it. Cobra or up dog, knees on or off the mat. Open up the chest. Down dog, exhale, hips go high, up and back. Reach your left leg to the sky, inhale. Nice strong back leg, turn your toes to face down. Exhale, knee to your nose, shift forward. High lunge, step through, power through the legs. Reach your arms up over your head. Try to stack the knee on top of the ankle, booty under, shoulder soft. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. One more in. Exhale, hands come down, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Alrighty, inhale, rise, stand up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold right away over. Inhale, lengthen out your spine halfway. Bend your knees, plant your palms. Step, float, chaturanga, skip it as needed. Let's meet in down dog. Move through it like you. If you want those extra vinyasas, go for it. If you want to work on your hop back, go for it. All right, once we're back, lift up to your tippy toes, gaze forward, bend your knees, step, jump, or float top of the mat, so come on forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach up. Exhale, dive it right back forward. We have last one here. Inhale, lengthen out your spine halfway. Bend your knees, plant your palms, come back to plank. Step, float back, chaturanga. If you wanted to take that chaturanga, down dog is where we'll meet together. Moving up to go back. Alrighty, take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. So from this down dog on the first one, you're gonna squeeze your navel in and step your right foot from your down dog by your right thumb. So it's just gonna step forward. Warrior one from here. Spin your left heel down. So I want you to try to use your core on those step forwards. Hips can square off, pulling the left one forward, your right one back. Shoulders roll down, booty under. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. One more in, one more out. Okay, start to release your left hand to the floor, reach your right arm to the sky and take it to a twist. But start to pop the left heel up off the floor. So you're in like a lunge twist instead of a warrior one twist. Right arm is gonna float over your head, circle it down to the floor. Right leg goes high, three-legged down dog. Lift it all the way up. Let's place it back to down dog or shift into plank. Chaturanga lower. So it's a short round. We'll kind of build off of that one. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down dog, hips go high. So from your down dog, set up really well, press into your fingertips. Draw the navel in and then step your left foot by your left thumb, just a step. Spin your right heel down. Inhale, rise to stand up. So it's kind of like using the belly to maneuver the legs. Left hip back, right hip forward. Press down into your ankler. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. One more in. Exhale, right hand toward the floor as you spin up onto the right ball of foot and take a twist. So it's like a subtle adjustment of just the back leg. Open up from your chest. Left arm floats over your head. Circle it down around your left foot. Left leg goes high, three-legged down dog. Roll forward to plank. If you want to take your vinyasa, chaturanga lower, up dog or cobra, down dog, exhale. Hips high to the sky. Alrighty, lift up to your tippy toes. Gaze forward, bend your knees, come to the top of your mat, step, jump, or float. Inhale halfway, exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, come back through your chair, sit the booty down, reach out from your heart in your chest. So we're back in chair pose, navel's in, arms reach forward. Take your right arm, cross it under the left arm. Hold onto your elbows, maybe you start to eagle wrap. We're gonna bring your elbows around the knees and sit down low. So you're just kind of gazing forward. If you still have your shoulders, that's fine too. As you come up, unwind, reach everything up, breathe and stand up tall. Exhale, dive it forward, all the way down. We'll be back to the second side. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Bend your knees, plant your palms. Let's meet back in down dog. Feel free to go through your vinyasa, your chaturanga, and up dog, all that good stuff. Otherwise, the same start. So we're using the belly. Right foot's gonna step by your right thumb. Spin your left heel down. Warrior one, reach it up. Lift up from the chest, take an inhale. Exhale, left arm down, right arm up. Take your open twist and let the left heel kind of lift up. Gaze down. Warrior two, you're gonna release the left heel back down so it goes up to down, open out to the side. Right toe stay forward, right inner thigh starts to open. Take an inhale, take an exhale. Lengthen out the right leg, triangle, reach forward, right arm down, left arm to the sky. Still pressing into that back heel, back side of the foot, your left one. Maybe see the top hand. Take an inhale and take an exhale. Gaze down. You're gonna unwind your arms around the right leg. You can bend your knees for this. Step to pyramid. Left foot comes in halfway. Square your hips off. Your hands can always stay on the leg. Inhale. Exhale, let's start to find the right hamstring. So try to keep from hip bone to hip bone nice and aligned. Ground onto the back leg and head can start to soften. Take another breath in. Another breath out. Inhale, lengthen out your spine. Gaze past your right foot. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Come back to chair. Bend your knees. Sit the booty down. Inhale, heart lifts up. So we're standing. Weight is into the heels. Reach your arms forward. Take your left arm underneath. Let's grab your shoulders. If you're ready for your eagle wrap, take your eagle wrap. So then sit down low where your elbows go past your knees. You're kind of gazing forward. It's like you're fitting into yourself. Press down into your legs. Use your belly. Stand all the way up. Unwind your arms. Power through the legs. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold all the way over. Inhale, halfway lengthen, prepare. Bend your knees, plant your palms, come back to downward facing dog. Step, jump, float, chaturanga, or just down dog. We'll take one breath in, one exhale. Left foot from the core will step through to your left thumb. Warrior one, spin the right heel down. Inhale, rise. We're almost done with those. I know it's a lot different when you just step instead of a lift. Booty under. Take one more breath. Exhale, right arm down, left arm up. You have that same little pop of the heel to kind of open up your chest. Gaze down, warrior two. The heel comes right back down. Windmill up to stand. So kind of use your arms, use your breath to help you. Turn your left toes forward. Squeeze the belly button and keep your knees stacked. Take last inhale. Last exhale. Triangle. Lengthen out the legs, hips shift back. Left arm down, right arm high. So pressing open. Power through the legs. Soft on your neck. Even if you're gazing up, you can still gaze up. And then gaze down. We'll transition to pyramid. Hands unwind around the legs. You can bend your knees for this. Step your right foot in. You can adjust so you're on your railroad tracks instead of a balance beam. Lift up from the chest. Exhale, let's start to fold forward. Knee can always stay soft so you're not locking it out. Tailbone is strong across. Take one more inhale. And one more exhale. Okay, gaze forward. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. So we're back in your chairs. It's been a lot of sequences through chairs lately. I should just change that up. Next week, chair pose. Arms go wide. Right arm underneath the left. If you can go for the eagle, go for the eagle. If you've made it, we've been here quite a bit. Right heel is gonna pop. Cross it all the way over. Eagle legs, eagle arms. You might full wrap, you might tap, you might be leaning like I am over to the side. Try to sit up tall. And then we go low just like we did in chair. Elbows towards your knee and you gaze out. Squeeze the belly button and it will help. So we're gonna stay down low. Keep your eagle arms. Unwind your legs back to the chair where we started last round. Now fly your arms back, but squeeze your shoulder blades together so you start to lift up from your heart. Take your hands, interlace them behind your tailbone. Press open, be gentle to your shoulders. Straighten out the legs and let the arms come up and over. Don't overdo it, just soft. Inhale, lengthen out your spine, release your hands back to the tailbone. Exhale, plant them down, step back, float back, chaturanga or down dog. Hips go high. Take one breath in, one exhale. Right foot, right thumb. Last time stepping forward like this, warrior one. Spin your left heel down. Inhale, rise to stand up. Squaring off your hips, squaring off your shoulders. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left arm down, left heel lifts, right arm stays up, twist. Gaze down, warrior two. Spin down, open and around. Nice big warriors. Triangle, lengthen out the right leg, right arm down, left arm to the sky. Warrior two to reverse. So bend the knee back to warrior two and then take the reverse. Inhale reaches you all the way up. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, hands to the floor, standing split. Left leg will lift up to the sky. So it's like pyramid, just nice and big. Walk your hands in close. Try to test your balance. So finding one hand around your ankle, maybe the other hand. Draw in, have energy out of the bottom and the top leg. Bend your right knee, step back to a lunge. Easy enough. So you have two options. Left hand, left foot, side plank, or drop your knee down, sweep your right leg back. You can also do the side plank, left hand, left foot. Swivel over to the side, reach up. Bend the back knee, reach for your ankle or your foot. Good, you can also do this in side plank, lifting your leg up. Or use your knee, your supporting knee. Right leg goes long. Gaze down through your plank as needed. Right hand down, tuck your left toes, three-legged down dog with the right leg up. We made it back. Knee to your nose, shift forward. Step your right foot in between your hands. Half moon. Right arm goes out and right. Pick your left hand up, your left leg up. Hand to the hip or hand to the sky. So similar if you want to try it, maybe. Bend your back knee, reach for your ankle or your foot, just like you did on the knee or in the plank, and then start to open up your chest. Shavasana. Maybe. We tried it. I don't know. Okay, release your left foot if you have it. Release your left arm high. Gaze forward and down, chair pose. Sit down, arms reach up. We made it. What a transition. Arms wide to the side. Left arm underneath the right. Let's go for the eagle wrap. Sit the booty down. Left heel starts to lift. Cross it all the way over. Squeeze your inner thighs to help. Let's go down low. So elbows toward the knee as you gaze out and forward. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Keep your eagle arms. Just place your left foot back to meet your right for chair. Start to fly your arms back behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Interlace opposite thumb on top. Press the palms. Chest comes forward and then start to fold it over. this is too much second round, just skip it, just forward fold. Soften your head though, in arms or no arms. Release your arms if they're up, hands to the shins wherever you are. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, float back, chaturanga or down dog. We'll meet back. Press the palms, left foot, left thumb, step forward. Warrior one. Last side like this. Inhale, reach it up. Pressing down into the back leg, squaring off your hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, right arm down, right heel up. Take your twist. Small adjustments. Open up. Gaze down, warrior two. So pivot, windmill up and over to the side. Triangle, lengthen out the legs. Hips shift back, left arm down, right arm high. Warrior two to reverse. So bend the knee, lift the chest, and then fly it up and back. Inhale brings you up. Exhale, hands to the floor, standing split. Use a little bit of that momentum to help lift the right leg up. If you can square your hips off, this one squared off because we'll open them on your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon. Getting there soon enough. Test your balance, so feel that center. Active legs, hands down, bend your left knee, step back to a lunge. So you can do this whole sequence with the right knee off of the floor, or you can tap the right knee down. Right hand down, a left leg goes back, three-legged tabletop, or side plank, you're already there, the knee is off the floor. Stay or bend, reach back for your ankle or your foot, press the heart forward as your foot goes back. You can do this in side plank if you want to try it. Left leg back, left arm high. Gaze down, three-legged down dog. So palm down, tuck your right toes, lift your left leg to the sky. Knee to your nose, shift forward. Step your left foot in between your hands. Half moon, arm goes out and left, right hand, right hip, or to the sky. So you're pressing open like we did in triangle, warrior two, all that. Bend your knee if you want to try this one. Reach back for your ankle or your foot for Chapasana. So for your Chapasana, my foot will go toward you guys, toward the camera. My heart will go toward the wall. Right leg goes back. Gaze down. Land back to a chair. And then stand it all the way up. Oof. Hands to your heart, exhale. Nice. Reach your arms up, take a big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen out your spine. Step back, float back, chaturanga. Okay, so we're back in your downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up. This should feel nice. Our leg goes up, not your arms, just your leg. Knee to your nose, shift forward. Step your right foot in between your hands. So kind of like we started, you're gonna power through the legs. Squeeze in, reach your arms up, high lunge. If you need to keep the left knee down though, you can do this sequence with your left knee down. Arms up if you want less legs, that is. I'm gonna turn toward a diagonal so you can see me better. Elbows bend, interlace your hands behind your tailbone. So again, if this is ever too much with the interlace, you can just fly. Lift it from your heart. But this one should be okay. You're gonna take your hands, bring them over to your left hip, and then squeeze your left elbow behind you as you start to lean back. So your right forearm is making like a shelf as you squeeze your elbows. Maybe then you start to slide your arms down the back leg and you bend your right knee a little bit more. Squeeze your navel and start to shift forward. Keep the interlaced or fly the arms. I'm gonna fly, but you can keep it if you wanna test that interlaced. Bend your left knee, start to lift your left leg up. Warrior three, hips squared, strong navel. It's like my theme through this quarantine. I've learned to use the word navel a whole lot. Bend your right knee, step your left foot down to meet your right. Stand up, arms up over your head, bring your right knee into the chest. Oof. Balance. Tree pose. You can use your hand to help if you want to use it to help. Center yourself out, lift up out of the back. Squeeze in from their center. We did this transition last week. I don't know if you all were here, maybe. Left arm goes forward, right arm goes back. Don't let your knee go with you. You're staying forward. You're gonna start to bring your hands to your heart over the knee. So it's kind of looking like tree, knee. Turn your knee forward. As if you're gonna hook your elbow, you're gonna try to hook it and sit down to chair. So you press it open from your knee and from your hips being back and from your palms. Take another breath in and take another breath out. Gaze down, forward fold over your legs. Gentle to the knees, you're gonna lengthen out your spine. Sit down onto your heels and your heels will definitely come off the floor. You might take a moment to balance or you're just gonna have a seat. sit down, down. Slide your legs out in front of you. So shake it out. Your left leg is gonna stay. Your right leg is gonna bend. Cross it over. You can go ankle, calf, maybe a little above. It doesn't matter so much. Lift up from your chest. Right arm back, left arm high. Take your twist over to the right. So same twist we just did in chair. Power through the right big toe so you press it into the floor. Then the left arm is pressing against the knee as your right hand is a kickstand. Inhale, come to center. Take a counter twist over to your left. You're gonna take your right hand towards your right big toe, peace finger, the right big toe. Lift it up. As you come back to center, you're gonna bring your right leg to the front. Maybe it's straight or out to the right. So it's either would be straight on front or start to open it right. My right knee is pretty soft. You can keep yours soft too. Left arm can go left. If you do wanna start to extend, kind of keep it in its socket as your chest comes forward so you're still sitting up tall. Okay, bring your right leg forward. Even if it's bent, start to reach your left toes up to meet your right. You can bend your knees for Navasana, boat pose. We made it. Chest is open, strong belly. Take an inhale, take an exhale. So in this boat, lower down to a hover. Right knee comes with you, left leg goes long just to hover, squeeze in. So you're kind of getting into that belly but holding on. Switch out sides, left leg, right leg out long. And then right leg, left leg out long. If you need to bend the knee and place the foot down for this, go for it. Otherwise, keep the leg long and place it to the floor. Flex your toes to the sky. Relax your head down. Press your low back down. Hands are gonna interlace around the right hamstring, extend the right leg up. Power through the right hip to drop it down. Then start to slide your hands anywhere up the leg. It might be a big slide, it might be a small slide. Start to bend your elbows and bring your leg towards your face. And again, maybe that's not even a big elbow bend, that's okay. All right, from here, you're gonna take your left hand, scoop it around the right leg, anywhere, calf, ankle, foot. Internal rotate your hip, reach your right arm to the right like a T. We're going over to the right, or over to the left, not to the right, over to the left, but your shoulders stay down, so you'll feel your IT band. And then squeeze your inner thighs together so you're still flexing your left foot to the sky. It's not turning out at all. Should feel really great, hopefully. Inhale, come to center. Bring your leg to stack on top of the right hip. Draw your navel in, curl your shoulders up. We're reversing this left leg long, arms up. We're going down with the leg first. Down, 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 down. Hover back to low boat. Lift right back up to high boat. Ooh, we're gonna meet in down dog. If you want, rock and roll. Use momentum, cross your legs, plant your palms. Step back to down dog, step back to plank. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Alrighty, we made it. Hips go to the sky. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, reach your left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring your knee to the nose. Step your left foot forward. High lunge, start to power through the legs. Reach your arms up toward the sky. Booty under. Man, I was cheating. Elbows bend. Interlace behind your tailbone. Start to slide the arms down. You're taking your hands to the right hip, squeezing your right elbow back toward your left. Start to open up your chest so you're leaning your low back into the forearm. You're using this core to slide your arms down the back of the right hamstring. Shift your weight forward. You might have to pick the knee up if it was down. Arms are gonna release. Warrior 3. Right leg comes all the way up. Square off hips, knee can stay soft, heart is lifted. Jaws relaxed. Take one more inhale, one more exhale. Release your right foot down to meet your left foot. Stand up, reach your arms to the sky. Good, hands to your heart, exhale. Left knee comes up towards your chest. Switching out legs, so your left leg is up. Tree pose, ankle, calf, inner thigh. Find it, arms might lift. Shoulders plug down. So our transition, keeping your hips, right arm forward, left arm back. Opening up from your chest, keep your twist, hands in front of the leg. Start to bring your knee forward, start to lower elbow, start to take your chair twist from here. Pressing open. Booty back, crown of the head forward. Take an inhale, and take an exhale. One more in, one more out. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen out your spine. Lift up to your tippy toes, start to bend your knees to your toe stance. You can either have a seat and hold or bring your hands to your heart, take a little moment of a balance. Try to bring your shoulders on top of your hips and your tailbone still neutral. And then reach forward and have a super light seat to slide your legs out. Okay, let's switch sides. Your right leg will stay out long. Your left leg is gonna bend and cross over. Press into your big toe. Lift up, left arm back, right arm high, inhale. Exhale, twist to your left, same way that we did in chair. Gazing over the back shoulder, opening up through the collarbones. Inhale back to center, counter twist. As you counter twist, take your peace fingers, yogi toe like your big toe. Lift up, start to send your left leg forward. It's going into its socket to lift. Right arm can stay as your kickstand. You might start to open it out to the left, and then your heart goes forward. Maybe your right arm goes right as you start to balance. Maybe you extend the leg. Draw your navel in. Start to send your left leg forward, bent or straight. Reach your right leg up to meet your left. Oof, I did a nice big wave back. Try to keep your spine super tall. You can bend your knees. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. Left leg to the chest, right leg out long to a hover. Interlace your hands. Give it the squeeze and keep your core engagement. All right, let's switch over to the right side. Back to your left side to hold. Right leg can either bend foot down or relax your right leg down. Head goes down. Left leg to the sky. Interlace around the hamstring. And you're just gonna start to slide the leg up. Notice what your bottom leg is doing and try to root it down like we were still standing for this. So the IT band stretch. Your right hand is gonna cross over to the left leg somewhere. Internal rotate your foot from your hip, left arm out to the T, and then we go over without moving your shoulders off the floor. So it's not gonna be like a twist. It's just like passing your midline, your center, toward the right. Keep your right toes flexed, so you're going like right toes, left toes toward each other. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, come to center. Good. Find your leg. Squeeze your belly and start to stack your leg on top of the hip. Pick your right leg up. Curl your shoulders up. Arms out. So the top leg is sliding down to meet your bottom leg. Low boat. Ooh, high boat. Lift, lift, lift. We rock and roll, we meet in down dog, or just make your way to down dog. If you take the rock, switch the cross of your legs so it feels a little different. Hands down, feet down, downward facing dog. From here, start to lift to the tippy toes, drop your knees down to the floor. Have a seat. Slide your legs out in front of you, give them a little shake out. We'll bring your hands behind you, bring the feet to the floor. Right ankle is gonna come to the top of the left thigh. Figure four the legs and start to press the heart forward. So the booty's down, the chest is open. The further you walk your hands in, the closer the left leg with the tailbone down and your hips down, the more you'll feel it. Let's breathe in and breathe out. One more in and one more out. Start to slowly roll your spine down. And start to slide your left leg out in front of you. Bring the right sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Square your chest over the left leg and start to take a fold. Getting into the hamstrings, keeping the left toe engaged, flexing back. Head can soften. Take an inhale and take an exhale. One more in and one more out. Roll your way all the way back up. Hands behind you, feet down to the floor. Let's switch it out. Left ankle to the top of the thigh, pressing open from your hips, pressing open from the heart. Tailbone, butt bones are down as you open the left thigh, left hip. 2 more breaths. Exhale. One more in, one more out. All right, start to slide your booty back, slide your right leg out in front of you, left sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Square your torso over the leg and start to fold it down. So getting into that right hamstring, right leg, toes are still lifted up, and your head might drop down. Roll your way all the way back up and slide your legs out in front of you. Let's shake it out. Bend your knees, hug from your belly, roll your way all the way down. Let's bring the knees to the chest, give it a little squeeze. Maybe rock a bit side to side. Knees can drop to the left. Arm can go to the right. Take a spinal twist. Hold for 3. Last 2. Exhale out, 1. Inhale back to center. New little squeeze in, and then drop your hips to the left, your knees to the right. Take your twist. Arm might go to the left side. Relaxing the shoulders down, the neck and the head. Eyes might start to close. You're here for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Inhale, come back to center. Give yourself a squeeze. Either set up for your final resting pose, your shavasana. Feel free to stay here as long as you would like, softening down, closing at the eyes, and just breathing. Taking that extra few moments to really settle in. Know you can stay here as long as you would like. Otherwise, take a big breath in through your nose. Big exhale, let it go. We'll reach your arms overhead like a morning stretch. Hug your knees back in towards your belly. Wrap your arms. Let's take a rock and roll once or twice up to sit. Reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands down into your heart. Closing this practice, thanking yourself, your commitment, your health for showing up. And then I thank you for tuning in, for coming and joining me on this practice. Feel free to subscribe and you will see all the new updates and videos coming soon. Thanks.